All right, it has become a viral sensation online. Our dear friend and former King 5 anchor and current anchor at her sister station in St. Louis, Michelle Lee, sharing a hateful and racist voicemail from a viewer.
Yeah, if you've been on social media lately, maybe you have seen it. This all started after Michelle read a story on the air about traditional foods that Americans eat on New Year's. Well, after the story, Michelle briefly mentioned that she had dumpling soup, as many Korean people do for the New Year. Here's what that viewer had to say.
I don't think it was appropriate that she said that, and she was being very Asian, and I don't know. She can keep her Korean to herself. All right.
Michelle posted a video of her listening to that voicemail on Twitter. That post has now received more than 51,000 likes and thousands of retweets. And now the hashtag #VeryAsian is going viral as support for Michelle pours in from all over the world. Joining us now is Michelle. So good to see you, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi, it's
I know
great to see you.
You've gotten so much attention since you posted that. I mean, nationwide, from NBC News, CNN, The Washington Post. You're everywhere.
George
and everyone's talking about this. So thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with us about it. Now, I have to say, I was sitting on my couch. I saw the original clip of you doing the segment about the foods and how it was really subtle, but you said, and I had dumpling soup, because that's what a lot of Koreans do. And I remember thinking, good for you. That is so awesome, because we need more of that. As someone who's Asian, I thought, you're talking about your cultural heritage on TV. This is it's really neat and refreshing to see. And then in the next breath, I went offline and then I got back online and saw this voicemail that you posted, which I know a lot of people might say, wow, that's just shocking and it's sad. I want to hear from you. Why was it so hurtful to you? And why was it so hurtful, specifically what she said?
Oh gosh, wow. I just think it was hurtful because it was so blatant. And, a lot of times we're used to veiled kind of racism, right? I mean, everyone encounters something that's offensive, whether it's racism or not, and it's all veiled. But this was very, #VeryAsian. It was very blatant, for someone to say, she was just being very Asian. She needs to keep her Korean to herself. That was just so shocking to me. And also, how do I keep my Korean to myself? And it goes back to whether she meant it or not, just through my experiences. If sometimes you feel like people want you to be a certain way, like you can be Asian, you just can't be
too Asian.
Too Asian. If you're this way, then it makes me uncomfortable. So yes, I don't see you as Asian, but then suddenly you are seen as Asian. So it's just you trying to fit in other people's comfort zones when you just want to exist as yourself. And I think that's the hard thing. That was the hard thing for me.
Yeah. You obviously didn't anticipate this was going to blow up as much as it has online. I mean, it's just been incredible, this from the celebrities to the articles written about you. I mean, Ken Jeong, he hosts The Masked Singer, for crying out loud. He's talking to you, saying we stand for very Asian. These kinds of moments don't come around all that often, and it can be a powerful moment for movement and for change. What do you hope might come out of this, Michelle?
Oh my gosh. Well, I was like, wait, so am I, can I start the Very Asian movement? Can this be a thing?
We're getting t-shirts. We have to have t-shirts printed up with Very Asian.
You know what? We at TEGNET are working on something, TEGNET and AAJA. So I think that's going to be launched in a little bit later. We don't have the details yet. You have to we were ready to go immediately, but you have to wait through legal and do things properly. So that's what we're waiting on now, because we want to make sure that money goes to the right places and it's in the right hands and we do everything the right way. But it's going to happen. I can tell you that. But I just think so many people resonated with it. And I was reading some of my emails today. I mean, I got an email who said, from the man who was like, I'm 75 years old, I'm a Black gay man, and your story spoke to me because it's not my fault that I was born in a time when people couldn't accept me, and I just thought, like, you don't have to be very Asian to relate to this, a lot of people related to it, and it was really touching.
And in fact, I think one of the beautiful good things about that has come out of this is the fact that, people have been posting about their own family's traditions. Yeah. And, people have been learning a lot and being educated simply by appreciating other people's cultures. And that was really, to go back full circle, the whole reason why you made that one subtle comment that you did, you sort of ad-libbed this, and that's the one amazing good part about it, is that people have really come out to support you verbally, and that has probably empowered you to say, you know what, I am very Asian and proud of it, right?
Right. It's interesting. So because literally that day I was looking through my feed, and so many of my friends from Seattle were posting pictures of like them eating dokguk, which is like the traditional Korean, it's like a rice cake soup, but a lot of people were eating dumpling soup. I chose dumpling soup. A lot of my friends were playing Korean games in St. Louis too. Like there were just so many things that were not the cornbread, collards kind of Hoppin' John's thing. And so I just thought, you know what, I should mention that. I really did. It was a very intentional but quick thing. Yeah. And I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, you saw that story, it was just a full screen, so like in news lingo, you're like, it's just a full screen, 20 seconds, no big deal. And I didn't have a co-anchor that day, so I just ad-libbed. I'm like talking to myself.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was like a big deal.
No, and you always pull something positive out of it. We know you.
Yeah, when you posted the video, I have to ask, you just said one line, and you said, I'd like to say something back, but you didn't. Of course, everyone else did on your behalf. But what would you like to say to this woman now who left you this voicemail, if you had the chance, now that you've had a few days to digest it?
Well, I mean, I said this, so actually last night at 10 o'clock I did a commentary, and I said, I just want to know if she's okay. Like, I would just ask her what happened to her in her life that made her think that was okay to say. Like, what happened to her to have that kind of, I don't want to say hatred, but it certainly felt like hatred. What happened to her to make her bigoted, or to say something like that? And then I just want her to look me face in the eyes, face to face, woman to woman. Because I don't think anyone would really say that to someone face to face. I mean, of course they would, but I would like to believe that it was something that stemmed from ignorance and not
hate.
Really hatred.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It makes you wonder what people like this, or how they might change if we just had a face-to-face conversation with people like you, with people like Michelle, over some dumplings, as you told the Washington Post, just to reason and just to educate, just be on the journey like we've all been going through.
Yeah, well, no matter what, if you do have a chance to have that conversation, I know that it would be filled with compassion and grace, like you always do. So thanks, Michelle, for taking the time to talk with us. And
I miss you. I just going to say that. We just miss that.
Let me just say, we've gotten some texts from people online, from our viewers, who say they miss you too. So I just wanted to pass that along.
I miss Seattle. I gotta plan a trip back really soon. Not now though. Isn't it really snowy there?
Yeah, you don't want to come.
Yeah, you don't
want
to come this week.
But good to see you, Michelle. Thanks so much.
You too. Yeah.
Take
my
care.
friend. Oh.
Bye.
All right.
Love you guys.
All right, love you too.